Listening section. In this section of the test, you will have the opportunity to show how well you understand spoken English. There are 4 parts to this section with special instructions for each part. Part 1. Questions 1 to 4. Instructions. In this part of the test, you will hear dialogues and questions in English. The questions and the dialogues will be repeated twice. They will not be printed in your test book, so please listen carefully to understand what the speakers are saying. After you listen to a dialogue and question, read the 5 possible answers. Then decide which one would be the best answer to the question you have heard. Now listen to a sample question. You will hear, I don't know what to order. I could drink everything on the menu.
Why don't you try guava juice, orange juice, or iced tea?
Guava juice sounds good.
I think I'll have a big glass of cola float.
Question. What will the woman order? A. Guava juice. B. Orange juice. C. Iced tea. D. Cola float. E. Mineral water. The best answer to the question, what will the woman order, is cola float. Therefore, you should choose answer D. Number 1.
There are mud stains on your uniform. What happened? Everything is fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm fine. When I was riding on my bicycle, I saw a woman plunge into a ditch, so I helped her.
Good boy. Now, take off your dirty uniform and have lunch.
Okay. Question. Why is the boy's uniform dirty? Number 2.
Dad, my school runs a Penchaksilat extracurricular club. May I attend it?
Are you sure you can do it?
Sure, Dad.
Okay, you may join. Self-defense is necessary, especially for girls. Question. What kind of sport does the girl intend to do? Number 3.
Sandra will have her birthday next month. Do you agree on a surprise party for her?
Of course. But what will we do?
Let's have a small party in the garden.
Okay, I'll decorate the garden beautifully. Question. What is the girl and boy's plan? Number 4.
We'd like to go on holiday in Bali, but we don't have a large suitcase.
Don't worry, you can use mine.
Thanks, but what about you? You told me that you and your family will go on holiday too.
We have several suitcases. Question. What does the man offer? Part 2. Questions 5 to 7. Instructions. In this part of the test, you will hear incomplete dialogues in English, followed by 4 responses. The dialogues and responses will be repeated twice. They will not be printed in your test book, so listen carefully to understand what the speakers are saying. Choose the best response to each question. Now listen to a sample question.
You arrived late again?
I'm sorry, ma'am. The bus left before I arrived at the shelter.
But you promised that you wouldn't be late again.
Question. How will the boy probably respond? A. I'm sorry to hear that. B. I really appreciate it. C. I do apologize, ma'am. D. No problem, ma'am. The best answer to the question, how will the boy probably respond, is I do apologize, ma'am. Therefore, you should choose answer C. Number 5.
I will hold the grand opening of my boutique next Monday around 10 a.m. Would you like to attend?
Question. What is the man's possible reply? A. Congratulations! Hope your business runs successfully. B. Great! I'm really proud of you. C. Okay, thanks for the invitation. D. I believe you will succeed. Number 6. We have treated the bird's broken wing and it has recovered. Should we keep it or set it free? Question. How will the girl most likely reply?
A. I don't think we should set it free. B. I don't believe the bird can fly. C. I suggest we treat its broken wing. D. I am relieved that the bird has recovered.
Number 7.
Many people have to be evacuated due to a landslide. They lost their properties and even families.
Question. What is the man's best response? A. I agree with your idea. B. I am happy to hear that. C. It's due to their own mistakes. D. What a pity. It must be difficult for them. Part 3. Questions 8 to 11. Instructions. In this part of the test, you will hear dialogues or monologues in English. The dialogues or monologues will be repeated twice. They will not be printed in your test book, so please listen carefully to understand what the speakers are saying. After you listen to a dialogue or monologue, look at the 5 pictures provided in your test book, then decide which one would be the most suitable for the dialogue or monologue you have heard. Number 8.
I called you yesterday afternoon, but you didn't answer. Where were you?
My dad asked me to wash his car. I only looked at the report of missed calls on my cell phone.
Why didn't you call me back?
Sorry, you called using a number which I didn't recognize. Question. Which picture shows what the boy did? Number 9. Sister, I've just received my first salary and I'd like to buy you a gift. What would you like?
Earphones. You know, I like listening to music with earphones.
You still have earphones, don't you?
They don't produce a good sound anymore, which is uncomfortable.
Question. Which picture matches the girl's hobby? Number 10. Mr. Herman is 40 years old, skinny, but looks strong. He collects garbage willingly and is never ashamed of his job. He doesn't care about bad odors from the garbage. Occasionally, his wife helps him collect garbage. In the morning, assisted by his wife, Mr. Herman collects garbage from houses. He puts the garbage in a wagon. Mr. Herman is a simple man, but he has a big dream. He wants to provide his 2 sons with the best education. He doesn't expect them to have professions like his for their future. Question. Which picture matches the monologue? Number 11. Over a river, there was a very narrow bridge. One day, a goat was crossing the bridge. At the middle of the bridge, he met another goat. There was no room for both to pass. Go back, said one to the other. There's no room for both of us. Why should I? Said the other goat. Why should not you? You should go back, said the first goat, because I am stronger than you. You are not stronger than me, said the second goat. We will see about that, said the first goat, and he lowered his horns to fight. Stop, said the second goat. If we fight, we shall both fall into the river and drown. Instead, I have a plan. I will lie down, and you walk over me. Then the wise goat lay down on the bridge, and the other goat walked lightly over it. So they passed each other and went on their ways. Adapted from www.kidsgen.com/short stories/2goats.html. 16th November 2015. Question: which picture matches the monologue? Part 4. Questions 12 to 15. Instructions. In this part of the test, you will hear several monologues. Each monologue will be repeated twice. They will not be printed in your test book, so please listen carefully to understand what the speakers are saying. After you listen to the monologue and the question, read the 5 possible answers, then decide which one would be the best answer to the question you have heard. Questions 12 and 13 are based on the following monologue. People can ride a bicycle almost anywhere, at any time of the year, without spending a fortune. The following are reasons why cycling is good for people's health. First, cycling builds people's strength and increases muscle tone. Cycling builds strength in a holistic manner since every single part of the body is involved when cycling. Regular cycling strengthens leg muscles and is healthy for the mobility of hip and knee joints. Besides, cycling eats up calories and is a good way to lose the unwanted pounds. Steady cycling burns approximately 300 calories per hour. If we cycle for 30 minutes every day, we could burn 11 pounds of fat in a year. Last but not least, cycling reduces stress. Cycling outdoors is also a good way to be in touch with nature and to feel the breath of the earth. It takes one's mind out of everyday life stress and rejuvenates one's soul. Adopted from www.adultbicycling.com/component/content/articles/9bicycling basics/37 health benefits of cyclings.html. 18th November 2015. Question number 12. What is the monologue about? Number 13. What can we conclude from the text? Questions 14 and 15 are based on the following monologue. Last week, my mother brought me a new smartphone. I was very happy and spent hours involved in all social medias. One day, my mother told me that she would visit Mrs. Sania, our neighbor. She asked me to cook soup. I put the ingredients, vegetables, and chicken into a pan, and I thought it would take a while to cook the soup. I went to my bedroom, took my mobile phone, and was busy with the social media. As usual, I spent too much time on it, and I forgot about the soup. Suddenly, I heard my mother, who just arrived, screaming angrily. The soup and the pan were burnt. I was so sorry and realized my mistake. Then, my mother advised me I could be involved in social media, but I should be responsible for my duty. Question number 14. Why did the writer forget her cooking? Number 15. What can we learn from the text?